when you play against any of the great players, it's a team effort to make it difficult for that individual player.
Kenny Maurer flips it up. Maurer working with Kevin Beer and Rodney Mott tonight. And we're underway. The Bucks control the opening tap. Milwaukee won in overtime against Dallas on this court last year, 113-111. On a game-ending defensive stop, a block shot by Andrew Bogut, on it by Jason Terry. Devin George pulls up. Nowitzki can't get the tip to go. That is a significant bit of series history. Milwaukee giving up just 4 losses in 25 seasons in Milwaukee against Dallas.
Isn't it remarkable, Jim? Now, Dallas has had some teams in that stretch that weren't quite that good, but the Bucks are the same. And then they've each had teams that are good. And you see Jason Terry finished on that layup, Jim. He's a great jump shooter, but he will run. They have quickness on their team. They have athletes. And here you see it again. Out on the move.
Devin George unable to haul in the miss. Game tied at 2 early.
Dallas does not run like Phoenix, but they can run. The other thing is they have a great half-court game, and they've got shooters. They're a very good shooting team. Because of Nowitzki in particular, they get to the line a lot.
Well, we talked about any perceivable weakness by Dallas in the Bucks Live pregame show tonight. About the only thing you can say is, John, they drift from time to time, and perhaps that's a product of being as good as they are.
And, you know, sometimes we've seen great teams over the years that when they get a 20-point lead, you know, they can kind of slow up a little, but then they know at any moment they can push the pedal down and they're gone again. They have confidence in what they can do.
Three-pointer comes away from Mo Williams. Dallas 42-9 after an 0-5 start. 42-5 since losing their first 4 games.
Amazing, Jim. And, of course, Phoenix had a rough start as well. Good ball swings. Ruben on the pass and receive back.
Ruben Patterson has always shot the ball well against Dallas, 54.2%. That's the 4th best field goal percentage among active players in the NBA against the Mavericks.
That's sweet. Now, where have the Mavericks gotten better over the last couple of years? It's at the defensive end. They've had offense, but now they're better defensively, and we can thank their coach for that, who stresses it and puts a lot of pressure on these players to be better.
Bogut will have to shoot free throws. Great passing, and Bogut goes to the line. He was fouled by Dampier.
Well, you know, Jim, you've heard me talk about spacing so often, and it's a very important part of basketball. You see the spacing here? Because of the spacing, you spread out the defense, and then they try to help. You saw Dampier was leaning to the baseline on the look for Ruben. Ruben gives it up, and there's a great angle for Andrew. We've got a great microphone on the hoop. You could hear that twine swing, man. That was beautiful.
Andrew Bogut, 8.7 rebounds a game.
Listen to this. Well, that was a thumper. But when it hits nothing but twine, it's as good a sound as there is.
That excites you, apparently.
Yeah. Out from where I shot him, I couldn't always hear it twine. You know what I mean? I was too far away.
Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, 25 points a game, 9.4 rebounds.
And there's been a big flaw in the Bucks defense, as we've talked every game. There's too many teams that can just dribble right down the middle, and Nowitzki is not exactly a speed demon.
Patterson spins and kicks. Villanueva. Charlie hit the first bucket for the Bucks tonight. He has 4 now. Milwaukee doubling up the Mavericks early. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the opening period.
Illegal.
And a hold. Charlie Bell.
They'll run a lot of screens, Jim, and Nowitzki came through 3 screens to get to that point for the catch. And then they just work him one-on-one. He can face up. He can get his back on you. He's got all the tools.
Tough matchup tonight for Villanueva, whose defense obviously is in development, trying to hold off Nowitzki. Jason Terry has 4 points.
Right to the middle, no challenge, no help. That's where having a shot blocker and someone that can really challenge when the ball comes to the paint makes all the difference for a defensive team.
Dampier picks up number 2. He got Bogut on the hip with a push. That'll be all for Dampier early in the game. Sagana Jopp will check in for the Mavericks. Dampier, an 11-year NBA veteran. Charlie Bell hits the triple. Sagana Jopp, 6 years in the league, but he's another big body. The Bucks will have to deal with a 7-footer. You can deal with them if you hit those threes. The Bucks are up 5, 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. A good start for the Bucks. We didn't know if Mo Williams could play today. Brian Skinner couldn't get to the shoot around for a migraine. Charlie Bell still hits threes.
Makes the man. Gold filtering 4 times makes the Miller Genuine Draft.
It's a college basketball doubleheader on FSN. The Bruins' pursuit of back-to-back conference titles is put to the test by an Arizona State squad gunning for the upset of the year. Plus, the surprising Cardinal look to stay in the hunt for the conference crown as they battle Oregon State. Pac-10 basketball doubleheader action tips off Thursday on FSN.
Tonight on the FSN Final Four presented by DirecTV, the Mavs try to improve upon the league's best record as they look for their 8th straight on the road in Milwaukee. Plus, North Carolina looks to avenge an earlier loss to Virginia Tech as the Heels host the Hokies in Chapel Hill. And Bobby Knight's troops look to halt a 5-game slide as Tech travels across state to battle Big 12 leader A&M. All that and more tonight on the FSN Final Four.
Bucks Live after the game on FSN North.
11-6 Milwaukee hitting 57% of their shots, 4 out of 7, and all 4 field goals have been off assists.
But Jim, the Bucks have had good spacing. They've been able to mix it up in the offense. Left side, right side, penetrate, deliver, jump shots. And the Bucks want to run this team. They want an opportunity to transition on Dallas, knowing that Dallas can certainly do both transition and half-court basketball on them.
That's a great number, 100%. Mo Williams has 2 of the Bucks' 4 assists. A strange bit of scheduling for Milwaukee. Tonight they host the team with the best record in the league. Tomorrow night they'll be in Boston against the team with the worst record in the league and 18 consecutive losses.
That's quite a swing. The only thing consistent is we will follow the snow.
Devin George in the paint. He pulls up, shoots over Charlie Bell. Rebound for Bogut. Well, if somehow the Bucks could knock off the Mavericks, then they have to go and face a situation where you're supposed to beat Boston, and it's really no win. If you win, big deal. If you lose, big deal.
Charlie Bell off the screen, transition or continuity to the offense on the screen. Hey, you know, Paul Pierce is back, ladies and gentlemen. That makes a big, big difference from the Boston team that has been playing the last few weeks, months. Paul Pierce is back.
Charlie Bell picks up the foul for the Bucks. Jerry Stackhouse checks in for Dallas, and now Earl Boykins, who was questionable this morning. Apparently his thumb didn't feel real well, but he winked at us before the start of the game tonight. I'll be there.
The thing is, you just don't want someone to hit it or the ball hit it wrong and turn it back right away. Whenever you have an injury like that, it's like it's the size of an elephant and everyone touches it.
3-pointer, Stackhouse off the bench, and he drains one.
That was Twine. You hear that Twine? And then that snap of the rim. Stackhouse, when he comes in, he's in to shoot and score. and he can provide a lot of points quickly in a variety of ways, transitioning and jump shooting.
He's down to about 20 minutes a game, sometimes 24, but he'll get his points. 7 on the shot clock. Bogut gives it up. Great pass off the floor. Boykins is open. Mo Williams went up to contest the rebound, controlled by Jop, and Mo Williams takes it away. He took it away from Jason Terry. Ruben Patterson dives to score. Great play off the defense by Mo Williams.
And see, Mo waited, Jim. He waited. He let it set up for him in terms of the spacing again with Boykins on the right. And then Sauerkraut, that's Ruben, he came from the left.
Stackhouse way too long on that three-point attempt. Ruben Patterson has it. The Bucks are hitting the boards. They're up 3, 7-4. John, the media was here this morning asking questions of the players, and Terry Stotts, how are you handling the losses? Are you kind of giving up a little bit? We haven't seen that at all. This team plays hard every night. I don't know what they're watching when they ask questions like that. This team has played. They haven't closed out games because they're depleted, but there has not been an effort problem.
A lack of effort. No, there hasn't, Jim, and there's been a lack of depth and talent in terms of matching the talent on some of the teams they face, and some breakdowns. That's happened some, but the heart is there.
If you look at losing 15 out of 18 games and all of the injuries, you can get caught up in the fact that it's difficult. No kidding. But if you look at each game, you will see effort.
Oh, I agree, Jim. Plus, we all want this team to win. The players do, the coaches do, our owner certainly does, we do, everyone doesn't. And I think a lot of people think with the players we've had go down, we should still win anyway. Well, that's easier said than done. It's still difficult. Yes, we've had a lack of efficiency, certainly in certain areas, and breakdowns to some degree. I still think that the defense is the biggest culprit in some of those games, but they weren't that good defensively when they were healthy. They just did it other ways, you know. They scored on teams, and they would play defense good enough at times in those games that they would win the games. Turnover on a carry.
Earl Boykins turns it over.
But, you know, no one likes losing. No one wants to lose. No one's enjoying this.
You know, we talk about defense, and we think a little bit of defense would go a long way. And then you have to look at the league as a whole, John. Some of the best teams in this league, and we're watching one tonight, don't play a lot of defense. They're just outscoring people because of the rules.
Well, I think there is a lot of that. However, I think if you look at Phoenix and Dallas, the two best offensive teams, I think, Jim, they play good enough defense. How about that little hook right in Nowitzki's face coming across? That's a quick return. See, they're going to push it on you, Jim. And a lot of times you can score after a score if you don't get back and match up. I think these two teams, though, Phoenix and Dallas, play better defense than people think. They also have played better defense this year, and it's good enough with that offense to win as many games as it has.
Mo Williams from the top, a deep two after back-to-back baskets by Josh Howard. Well, the best teams in this league play the way the Bucks played in the first half of this season. Outscore their opponents and play just enough defense to open big leads with the offense.
There's no question that's what happens. You're not going to just outscore teams. You got to D it at times if you're going to be one of the better 2 or 3 teams in this league. And
you know, Patterson on the foul.
Jim, both Dallas and Phoenix have shot blockers. They've got some good guys that defend on the ball. I think they're both pretty good defensively. They just score a lot of points. And there's going to be a lot of points given up because you're running. They're fast-paced.
Devin Harris receiving a round of applause as he checks in. His number retired by Tosa East High School yesterday morning. Of course, he played at Wisconsin. He was a star there. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Stackhouse drives on Ruben Patterson. The double down. Nowitzki off balance. Still effective. He has 6.
Jim, he's always been able to shoot that little runner with the one leg up, and it's a great shot to develop because you don't have to gather yourself as much as in a jump shot, and you can get it off quicker. That was an example.
Four on the shot clock. Villanueva spins, makes his move. Can't score. A rattle out over Nowitzki. Here comes Stackhouse. John, I just had the thought about how different this Dallas team is, having gone to the finals and lost, than the Miami team, which went to the finals and won. Miami has been very drifty and up and down, inconsistent this season. Dallas
has been better.
Anything but. A little drifty, but they still won 42 of 51. How's that for a guy who wasn't supposed to play today? Mo Williams denies Stackhouse.
And he's saying that was a block. One more.
They call that a foul. Body bump.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on FSN North is presented by Menards. Save big money at Menards. By MGD. Experience beer cold filtered 4 times. Miller Genuine Draft. Experience is golden.
Craig Deshaun back with you at the Bradley Center. Bucks up by 3 over the Mavs here in the first quarter, and they're playing their 19th game now without Michael Redd. Target date for him now to return is next Tuesday against Detroit. He has practiced with this team, practiced, in fact, extensively yesterday. Mo Williams out because of his injury, also Earl Boykins, so neither one of those guys practiced yesterday. The Bucks needed Michael Redd to practice, and he did for the full 2 hours. He was huffing and puffing afterwards, but after checking with the training staff and medical staff of the Bucks, they all decided that he's going to wait a little bit longer, so he'll miss, obviously, tonight and tomorrow's trip to Boston. I ask you this, John, being the former player, how tough is it to be so close, and when do you pull the trigger on coming back when you think you're almost ready?
Well, in my case, and I know Michael's this way, I talked to Michael for about 15 minutes before the game, and I would always come back too soon, and yet if you've got an injury that's more serious, like Michael's could be, you can't rush it. It's very hard for him. He's going crazy a little bit, actually, and that's what. And with your team going bad, you know, it's even harder on a guy like him, who is the leader of the team.
You know, John, last week Michael told me that he was worried about not being able to play defense effectively with the knee. He said, I don't want guys blowing by me. I have to be able to play some defense when I'm out there. Bogut, rebound and basket.
You know, Jim, I've heard a lot of talking about this, and some people really criticizing it. I don't. How can you criticize it when you don't know what the injury is, the pain he has, or anything? I don't understand that. And I'll tell you, I'm glad that they're going to take these extra 2 games, because that buys him another whole week for that to heal properly and right. Because I am told that could be a bad thing if it comes back on him.
Mo Williams commits another foul, so he'll have to leave. He was called for a foul on what looked like a block shot before the timeout. Now he'll have to go to the bench. Lynn Greer gets the call. Nowitzki on the line. A couple of free throws coming. Well, there are doctors involved at this level.
More than one.
You know, a player, you know, you hear that players sometimes say, I can't go, and they take themselves out of the lineup. I don't think players are allowed to put themselves back in when they've had significant injuries.
Well, and Jim, you know, it depends on the injury and what you do. And I know in '74 I had an injury, and I came back and played through it because it was the finals. And Michael would probably be playing if we were in the finals too. But I'm going to tell you what, I paid for that the entire offseason. I could not run again until September. And after I retired and started playing tennis and things, I couldn't do it because it kept tearing.
Bogut makes his move. He's fouled by Greg Buckner. Well, in the finals, all bets are off. You play because you have the summer.
Yeah, and I did, and I was kind of a decoy. I had torn my gastroc, which is your calf muscle, and it was a serious tear, but I played. In the finals, you do that.
As you know, February is Pepsi Super Bonus Month. All Tuesday games and the February 24th Saturday game as a bonus are available. Most upper-level seats in the Bradley Center for just $10 if you call 1-800-4NBA-TIX. And you can always log on at Bucks.com. Pepsi Super Bonus Month.
Pepsi, boy, they do so much for the MAC Fund and have for many, many, many years here locally. It's great.
Under 2 minutes in the first. That is basket interference by Buckner. So the Bucks get it back, leading by 3 with 1:47 remaining in the period.
But it shows you how they're going to come to the offensive glass. Now, you can come to your offensive glass on them. That's a little too much in the cylinder.
Bogut drives. It comes off, but he tips it in twice. 2 tips, 2 points.
See, Jim, that's a play he's great at. Look at the hustle. Great hustle by Andrew. Your 7-footer going on the floor after the ball. If Dirk misses those pullback jumpers, you got something to work with in terms of a victory.
One of the key matchups we're watching tonight, Andrew Bogut against whomever he's playing. This time it was Jop, but the foul against Devin Harris on a reach right there.
You think? You think? Now see, Andrew's playing aggressively. When he plays like this at both ends, now he's a challenge for their players at the defensive end and also for any offensive plays that come into the paint.
Devin George checks in. Devin George coming to the NBA 8 seasons ago out of tiny Augsburg College in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul. He was putting up 50 points regularly.
Yes, he was.
No one knew of him. But the headlines got him some attention. He has a championship ring with the Lakers, trying to get another with the Mavericks.
And with him coming in, that moves Dirk over to the center position. So, believe it or not, that actually makes them a smaller team. And it will be interesting to see if Dirk plays against the pivot.
Buckner gives it up to George. 7 on the shot clock. Nowitzki. Charlie Villanueva able to control the rebound. One of the key points on the game plan tonight was a big night from Andrew Bogut. He already has 10 points and 7 rebounds.
And Dirk is matched up on Bogut.
Rubin got caught. He wanted to go to the corner. Turnover, Stackhouse fouled by Greer.
And this is critical when you play a good team. When you play the good teams, Detroit, Phoenix, San Antonio, Dallas, if you turn the ball over very often, you will not win the ball game. You will not win the ball game. So you got to be sure of your passes. That was a hope and a Hershey bar right there as he tried to go back against the grain.
Both teams with 3 first quarter turnovers. Andrew Bogut, by the way, has scored Milwaukee's last 8 points, 13.8 remaining in the opening period.
Now, it might be interesting to see if they bring a little heat after this free throw, the way they're lined up with Harris on the line and their big man in the backcourt.
The Bucks have a 7-point lead. And keep in mind, Milwaukee is 6-2 when scoring 30 or more in the first quarter. They have just under 14 seconds to beat any pressure Dallas throws at them right here.
Now they backed off.
That's a bump by Jop.
But see, the bump gets the Bucks the 2 throws, can go to 30 right here. That's a man with quickness as Jop has to come up with a screen. The little guy takes it to him and applies the pressure in terms of quickness and the contact.
So the 5th best free throw shooter in the league, Earl Boykins, can get the Bucks to 30 from the line. 2.7 remaining. Been a while since we've seen a 30-point first quarter, I believe. Don't remember one for a while.
I like them when it's the Bucks. We've seen some 30s on the other side.
David Noel in, defensive replacement late in the first quarter. Mo Williams to the bench. He has 2 fouls. You don't want a cheap 3rd foul on Mo. Earl Boykins' first 2 points puts Milwaukee at 30. Devin Harris kicks it to the corner. Stackhouse.
I think it's good.
I'm not sure they're going to count this.
I think it was good.
I thought so, but the officials
close,
converged as if they're not sure. They'll have to review it, of course, because it came at the end of the first. Nope. I say no. Ken Maurer, Kevin Fear, and Rodney Mott will take a look. The Bucks come out shaken in the first quarter. Charlie Villanueva hit the first 2 in the game. He kept going. It's Bogut and the lead.
Do it yourself and save big money at Menards. Bring the great outdoors inside with the Northwoods Lighting Collection by Hunter. The 2-light ceiling light is only $29. The 6-light chandelier just $149. House of Farah miterless molding is 15% off. It's the fast and easy way to install molding. No need to cut difficult angles. Just measure, cut to length, and nail. Plus, there's 0 payments and no interest till 2008 when you put it on your Menards Big Card.
Save big money at Menards.
There were 2 options. Change the road or change the SUV. Introducing the Acura MDX with super handling all-wheel drive. Technology takes it to a whole new place. Acura. Advance.
Every night, there's just one place to be. The Best Damn Sports Show, period. Come on in and be our guest for Sports Television's nightly party. The world's greatest late-night sports show is just getting started. The Best Damn Sports Show, period. Tonight on FSN.
A sensational season as St. Cloud stayed back in the national spotlight. But can they survive a dangerous battle in the hostile home of the Badgers? St. Cloud State versus Wisconsin. Friday at 7 on FSN North. This week on FSN North. It's back-to-back nights of WIAA action as the girls' basketball game of the week tips off tonight at 9:45. Then tomorrow night the puck drops at 9 for WIAA hockey. You're watching FSN North.
The Bucks +8 after 1. This was a beautiful play by Dallas, but they did not beat the red lights.
Jim, that's a great example to me where to go look at the replay is just one, because I thought in live action that he got it off in time. In the meantime, the different exchanges they ran in the backcourt to get open and then advance, that ball was set, and it was beautiful. And it worked, almost.
Ersan Ilyasova commits a foul early in the second quarter. Milwaukee closed with an 8-1 run in the final 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the first quarter. Well, the Mavericks do have Del Harris on the bench. He's one of the best X's and O's coaches in this league. Has been for a long time. I don't know if he diagrammed that play or if he drew it up.
There he is.
He helps Avery Johnson.
Yes, that's right. I agree with all of that. He's a good one.
David Noel inside. Buckner has the rebound. I'm not sure we see the kind of precision very often in the NBA that we saw on that quarter-ending play.
I agree, Jim. It was well executed. Beautiful. This guy is an excellent player facing you up like that. Howard's having an all-star season. He's good on the elbow, on the middle range jumper coming at you.
He had a big game the last time these teams met. 21 points, 11 rebounds. Josh Howard tonight with 6.
He's having a year.
Boykins over Jop. Too strong. Ilyasova knocked it out. But it wasn't controlled, or was it? Ken Maurer says it was, agreeing with Avery Johnson. Terry Stotts thought it was loose and perhaps double tapped into the backcourt. My first reaction would be over and back.
I think it's a correct call. I think the Bucks knocked it back right there. Ilyasova hit it, went into the backcourt. I think Terry's saying, did it go off of the defender standing next to him?
A legitimate question, I believe.
It is.
I thought the force of the tap came from Ilyasova. Whether or not it was deflected,
I agree.
Pretty tough to tell.
Right.
Devin Harris. Charlie Bell able to control the rebound. Bell, Boykins. David Noel. Bogut and Ilyasova. Ersan for 3. Yes.
Draw and kick.
Excellent passing by Milwaukee. Ilyasova on the board with a triple. 33-24 Milwaukee.
Bucks are defending, Jim. They're making their shots. And fortunately, Dallas is missing some shots. Combination, all those combinations help have a lead.
Charlie Bell commits the foul. That's his 3rd.
That's a problem. We're depleted the way it is. You don't want someone getting into foul trouble because that depletes you further. And Charlie's one of the good defenders. On the reach. And that's how so many fouls come, Jim, by reaching.
Mo Williams back in. Charlie Bell goes to the bench with those 3 fouls.
And Jimmy mentioned Mo. Remember what he told us just before the game? He says he hasn't practiced in
3 days.
In 3 days.
Josh Howard controls the rebound. The reset. Dallas working with a full shot clock, of course. Howard through the defense. Bogut able to get it.
Andrews very active, and it's really paying off. Look at him gain position. Look at that. Comes to it. Pulls the defender off, comes at him, and gets a basket. That's aggressive play. If he played like that every night, he'd be a dominant force.
I was just going to say, it's great to see. His critics would say, where is it?
Well, and I think you can say he doesn't get fed the ball enough, and we have said that. But he's got to go get it also and make it happen. It's on him as well. And, boy, when he does it, it's beautiful to see.
David Noel, 3-pointer. That's off Ilyasova, so Dallas will have possession. The whistle comes under 9 minutes in the second quarter. 8:57 remaining in the period. The Bucks have an 11-point lead.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back. No pizza is more irresistible with 28 poppable Cheesy Bites. Get a large one-topping pizza for just $11.99.
My one true love.
Want more fun? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
This lush expanse of green does more than beautify our world. Trees help clean the air of carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas. As North America's largest recycler, last year alone, Waste Management recycled enough paper to save over 41 million trees. From everyday collection to environmental protection, think green. Think Waste Management.
Your favorites are coming together in Applebee's original 3-course combos. Appetizer, entree, and dessert. Starting at $9.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
All-star shooting guard Michael Redd and the Milwaukee Bucks are eager to take it to another level this season.
Good. Short. Good.
So can you. Every Tuesday in February is a Pepsi Super Bonus Night with most upper-level seats just $10. Call or log on for details.
Bucks up 35-24 back here at the Bradley Center midway through the second quarter. And Andrew Bogut, part of our game plan, putting together a pretty good night so far, 12 points. But Andrew doing the job also with 8 rebounds, scrambling on the floor and providing the offense, keeping the ball alive as well defensively for the Milwaukee Bucks. So far, so good. Bucks up 35-24 at this point. Time now for our Mountain Dew Extreme fan, and a very special Mountain Dew Extreme fan is Tom Spur now from Heartland Arrowhead joins me, and he's got the Illinois hat on. And Tom, a very, very special basketball player, part of the wheelchair basketball team. And I understand, Tom, congratulations in order. You're going to Illinois. Not bad, huh?
Yep, that's right. I'm so excited to go to college, play some college ball.
How did this all come about for you to start playing basketball? And certainly not an easy task from the wheelchair. And, we've talked to some people down at Whitewater, and the Bucks part of the NBA program as well. But how did you get involved?
I got involved through school with a high-interest day program, and then I just fell in love instantly. I'd never been able to get along with sports and whatnot. But through wheelchair basketball, I thrived. I was born for wheelchair basketball. And eventually I just kept practicing and going, and I had to condition my hands to do things, and eventually I just became the player I wanted to be, and now it's got me places, and I get to go to University of Illinois on a scholarship fund, and that's just amazing. I'm so happy.
It's kind of fun to know, too, that, down the road when you're done at school, maybe you're not quite done yet because the NBA does help out with this wheelchair program across the country.
Say that again?
It's kind of nice after college to know that you can continue to play with the NBA's program that they have with wheelchair basketball.
Oh, yeah, that's just amazing. I would love to play for the Wheelchair Bucks. One of my coaches right now is from Wheelchair Bucks, and he inspires me a lot. His skills are just unbelievable, and I just wish I could be up to that level eventually.
All right, or you might get there. Tom, congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Tom Spur of Heartland Arrowhead, headed to Illinois, and outstanding wheelchair player, guys.
This is disputed. Dampier knocks it as Ilyasova knocked it into the backcourt. It was an over and back when the Bucks did it, but not apparently when Dallas knocked it into the backcourt.
I don't know what the officials thought. Perhaps they thought a Buck did it, but that's proof right there it did not. So that was an over and back in that situation.
3-second defensive violation call against Dirk Nowitzki. Earl Boykins hits the free throw. And while Craig was conducting that interview, Ersan Ilyasova also picked up a foul. That's his second. 36-26, the Bucks up 10. Dallas has one field goal in the last 7 minutes plus. Noel, deep catch. Mo Williams, teardrop basket.
That's passing and finishing.
The Bucks have 9 assists on 13 made field goals. Milwaukee at 52%. More importantly, they are holding the Mavericks at 38.5. Ilyasova probably will pick up another foul.
Jim, it's the second time Dampier has been open from the left side into the paint. And when he gets in there, he's way too big for anyone to contest and stop. And what's happening is you got some switching, but then the weak side guys come over. That's a challenge to defend him.
That was a you pick him on the foul. It goes to Bogut, not Ilyasova. Andrew has his first.
And he's a 63% shooter, so that you might say is a good foul if you get him to miss even one, because he had a dunk.
This is the best free throw shooting team in the NBA. Dallas at 81.4%.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good shooters. Of course, the guy that gets there the most is Dirk Nowitzki, and he is a good shooter, so that helps their cause a lot because of the amount of attempts he has. That's a thumper. And when a guy like that's on the line, everybody's got to get in the paint, block out, and get ready to rebound because he can throw a steely like that up there.
Andrew Bogut a rebound away from a first half double-double.
Impressive.
Mo Williams. Devin George controls the miss.
Good D by Howard up to challenge that shot.
Nowitzki.
See,
Josh Howard follows up. He was held. His jersey was pulled, but that wasn't called.
And see, offensive fouls have been a real Achilles heel for the Bucks. We know that. Certainly in Oklahoma, what happened there with 31, that's just unforgivable. And here was an example where Dirk Nowitzki misses a shot, but they get a reload in the basket.
Earl Boykins gave it up for Bogut. It bounced off Andrews' hands right to Earl. He has 5.
The Bucks have gotten a little lucky here also. I think their D they've been working hard at it, Jim. They've been rotating and getting to people. But Nowitzki on that raise up jumper, he's just been missing it. Let's hope that continues. There's another one. That won't last long in terms of him missing. And at his length, 7 feet, Jim, he can raise up over practically anybody and get that shot off at will.
Is there a better shooting big man in the NBA right now? He's 5 for 9 tonight.
Not a better shooting 7-footer, that's for sure. Not out there. Sometimes you got to stop and remind yourself he's that big.
Ilyasova. 24 violation. And now Kevin Fear has a foul.
Jason Terry, huh? What did he push? Did you catch it? From behind, apparently.
Bucks did not beat the timer, but Terry pushes. There's your foul. A timeout with 6:03 remaining in the second quarter. The Bucks up 9 with Dallas.
$299.99 for a 100% wool suit like this at a department store. Or K&G. Look just as stylish for only $99.99. K&G. For men, for women, for less.
Introducing Cash Bonus Double Play from the Wisconsin Lottery. Scratch on the front, pull tab on the back. It's our first ever $5 combination instant game with play on both sides of the ticket.
Men come in different sizes. Shouldn't their suits? K&G has thousands of suits at great low prices, from boy sizes all the way up to 60 long for men. K&G. For men, for women, for less.
Milwaukee Bucks Andrew Bogut and Charlie Villanueva, 2 of last season's top 3 rookies, are eager to take it to another level this season. So can you. Every Tuesday in February is a Pepsi Super Bonus Night with most upper-level seats just $10. Call or log on for details.
Milwaukee 40, Dallas 31, 6:03 remaining in the second quarter. Jim and John, along with Craig, at the Bradley Center. But this is our segment. Jim and John, the Jimmy John's delivery of the game.
That's right. Bring it up, man. Here we are, Jimmy John's. Teardrop. That's no ham sandwich. That's a BLT right there. Charlie out, taking a breather from personal fouls.
Both teams passing well, as you see the assist to field goal ratios.
Charlie with 3. Don't want to get any more on him here in this period.
Ruben Patterson returns. Mo Williams, Earl Boykins, Bogut, and Villanueva round out the Bucks 5.
Get many people ask you about the rubber band around, or whatever it is, around Andrew's head. I get it almost every day. What is that, they say? I say it's a fashion statement.
The best description I heard was it comes from the Barrier Reef Barbie collection. Stackhouse off the glass.
Travel. Taken away. Off the Barbie Reef.
The Barrier Reef Barbie
collection. I think it's from Laugh-In. Remember the show?
Ruth Buzzy.
Ruth Buzzy wore that.
He doesn't have the net, though.
No, I know. And Andrew wouldn't have any idea what that was about, or that was so long ago. It's the hair out of his eyes. That's what it's for. It's quite simple. Or you could get a haircut like Jim's or Dirk's, and you don't have hair in your eyes.
Third foul on Dampier. Austin Crozier enters for the first time tonight.
And the interesting about him, isn't it, Jim? He's one of those guys that will sit and wait. Hasn't gotten in this game, but he always remains ready. He's a hustler, a banger, and he can always be a factor. You just don't always know when it's going to be.
Well, we heard a good story about Avery Johnson tonight. Crozier came off the bench one night and scored 34 points, and after the game, Avery asked the equipment guy to give him a Crozier jersey, and he just walked through the locker room congratulating everybody on a great game, wearing Crozier's number 44. Crozier misses. Bogut has another rebound. There's his double-double, 12 points and 10 boards, with over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Ruben to the paint. Nowitzki controls it. Bogut has been aggressive tonight. He has been attacking the rim because he's gotten to the line 6 times and hit all 6 free throws. Tried to take the charge. The officials have felt there were a couple flops already in the game on this end of the court. That's Josh Howard.
Now, it appeared to me that some guys were in a zone and some in a man-to-man. Mo let that go, thinking the inside guys would have it. No one home.
That's when you get the big gap. Just bust right through that man-to-man zone.
Everybody's got to know what the defense is and be on the same page.
Jason Terry commits the foul against Boykins.
Okay, you see 2 guys on 1. They get cleared up here. Look. Mo lets him go. Boom. Layup.
Terry leaves with 2 fouls. Devin Harris back into the game for the Mavericks.
You'd call that loss defensively, wouldn't you?
Bogut, yes. 14 points, 10 boards. That goes back to the Bucks. Good work by the little guy, Earl Boykins. He stepped up on Stackhouse just enough to force the turnover.
Another example of why you've got to be ready, Jim, because after you score, they look for those quick outlet passes near the timeline. Stackhouse will release. They'll be gone.
The Bucks' biggest lead has been 12. They can get to 13 if they score a deuce on this exchange. Great pass. Bogut thought he might have gotten the bounce. He'll be at the line where he's perfect so far.
That's what I'm talking about. That's aggressive post-up play by Andrew. That's the Bucks being patient and looking for him. They ball swing because Crozier's defending him. He's fronting. Crozier's very physical, very aggressive. You swing it, you get a better angle, foul.
Perfect timing for tonight's Carsoup.com email the booth. Tonight's question from Ralph in Fitchburg. Should the Bucks offense go through Bogut? Come on, John.
Some of that is also on Andrew. Yes, play through him more, and it's incumbent on or important that he also play aggressively and gain position and do the things he's doing tonight.
Oh man, this one is a tough foul. It's Mo Williams, number 3. Thought he had the take. It was a push apparently.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll probably call that.
Oh, well, they did. Stackhouse is an aggressive post-up player as well, but yet is a very good wing player.
And he gets to the free throw line. Always has.
He goes to the basket hard.
Stackhouse with 8 points off the Dallas bench tonight.
He can be instant offense.
Boykins finds a way out of it. How about that? Villanueva nails the 3. That's a good way out of it.
Boy, his shots barely scoot in there. A little flat, boy, from that far out, and it just clears the front part of the rim.
Back to a 12-point Milwaukee lead. 3:20 remaining in the second quarter. Stackhouse throws it away. Crozier flat-footed. He couldn't get to the pass. That is the 6th turnover by Dallas. The Bucks have 4 so far tonight.
Crozier's the only guy in the NBA I've seen with his trunk short enough that it doesn't cover the Under Armour.
Another three-pointer by Villanueva. Remember, this stretch in the game, the Bucks at this point are not letting Dallas close the second quarter. They did not let Dallas close the first quarter.
Correct, Jim. The Bucks offense is in gear. Their defense is broken down at times and giving up the layups we've talked about, but they've also played some good D on the perimeter, made some challenges. Dallas missing some shots.
The great teams are able to close out quarters. Dallas has not done it in the first 2 tonight. However, a cautionary reminder, there are 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining.
And they're a team that can put points on the board quickly.
Villanueva picks up his first foul. The Bucks, with 2:48 remaining in the second, lead by 15.
For 30 straight years, we've been America's best-selling truck. But we won't celebrate with fireworks or party hats, because this is about you, not us. It's about giving you the truck you need, the truck that gets the job done. It's how we build them. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Ford trucks, built Ford tough. Now get an F-150 Super Cab 4x4 for just $249 a month for 36 months. See your local Ford dealer today.
I was at a cookout drinking a light beer when all of a sudden I noticed a watered-down taste. That's when I checked the label. GHT. I wasn't drinking the original light beer. Lucky thing Julie was there to hook me up with the Miller Lite. Before you drink a light beer, check the label. If you see GHT, you're not getting a Miller. L-I-T-E. The light beer that invented light beer.
NBA cares. The Milwaukee Bucks care about their community. The team held special events at 3 different Milwaukee public schools. Michael Redd and Charlie Villanueva spent time sharing advice with the students, while Andrew Bogut talked about the importance of education. It is all part of the Bucks' commitment to encourage students to maintain good attendance and develop a lifelong love of reading. NBA cares, combining basketball and service to the community.
50-35 Milwaukee, 2:48 remaining in the second quarter. The final home game before the All-Star break. The first game after the All-Star break here at the Bradley Center. Detroit next Tuesday. Call 1-800-4NBA-TIX or log on at Bucks.com. Villanueva and Nowitzki tonight playing head-to-head and point for point. Charlie Villanueva up 13-12, both with 5 field goals. Nowitzki has a couple of more rebounds.
And Jim, let's talk about this too. You know, there's been a lot of questions, and we've made a lot of comments about getting Andrew shots and playing through him. You got to get that guy shots also. Charlie Villanueva is a very fine offensive player. You've got to get him opportunities, get him looks, get him touches also, especially with Michael being out. You want it when he's there because the Bucks have some offensive people, and he's one of them.
I'm not saying he is equivalent, but he is the position equivalent to Dirk Nowitzki in Dallas, Rasheed Wallace in Detroit. A four-man who can stretch it out with threes. If you need to stretch it out, you have to get him the ball.
And that's absolutely right, Jim. Plus, he's got an ability to go inside also, and he's
As
so
do the
young,
other two,
and he's developing, and of course they're bigger than him, and it's important to bring him along also. So there are times that guys need some help.
Boykins blocked by Devin Harris. Stackhouse overplays. He's still hounding Boykins.
Nice play by Devin on the block.
Villanueva, yes.
Get him the ball.
Inside, outside.
He's got as good a nose for where the basket is and a finish as anybody we've seen, and he's just getting started on his career.
Charlie Villanueva has 15 points tonight. Those inside, outside, versatile power forwards are the type of player that every team in the league is looking for. Nowitzki, no basket. He was fouled on the move.
Step up, get a little hip into him to try to stop him, but you got to come out at.
Oh, now they're giving Nowitzki continuation in the basket. The officials conferred, so it's a possible three-point play. They said no basket initially, and then after discussing, give Nowitzki the basket and the free throw.
That's interesting.
And the crowd is responding as you would expect.
Take a look again. Well, there was a lot of movement and steps after the contact. Continuation. Finish it.
Devin George cannot defend Earl Boykins' quickness. He has 2 fouls.
Turns the corner. Contact.
Second foul on Devin Harris. Did I say Devin George?
Yeah. But he turned the corner on Harris.
Okay.
Both of them have had their problems where they missed the point.
Hey, 54-39 Milwaukee. How many teams have 2 Devins? Josh Howard.
Yeah, it's just like John. I mean, if you have more than one John on a team, it's shocking. There it is.
Long kick. Three-pointer short. Ruben Patterson cleans up. Nowitzki takes it away. Josh Howard on the run out.
See, that is so costly. Charlie's down. So costly on turnovers like that. You got something going and you give up a bat. You can't. You got to protect those passes. Ruben's laid 2 of them out there that have gone for baskets.
Villanueva remained on the floor. A 20-second timeout taken by the Bucks.
I don't know what happened, Jim.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah. He came up limping, as you could see, as he came into the action. Perhaps.
Yeah, it looked like
something prior to that.
Maybe an ankle.
Well, they're not going to the ankle. Maybe step back. Now they are, huh?
Perhaps he stepped on Bogut.
Dr. John Heinrich out to help also. Well, we don't need one more person going down. He's going to go straight to the locker room with 1:23 to play in the first half. Just one more Red Cross crew. And Charlie V having a game, Jim.
He leaves with 15 points. A little over a minute to play in the first half. Bogut working in the post against Devin Harris. He had a great mismatch. Bogut unable to score off of that. Boykins worked hard to get it to him. And a foul call.
Great hustle by Ruben, Jim, just to get that missed shot back. Andrew knew he had a mismatch and aggressively came to get it.
Austin Crozier picks up foul number 2. Let's check in with Craig. He has a report on Charlie Villanueva.
Well, it looked like the angle that I saw, guys, was pretty clean. It looked like he rolled his ankle just trying to stop as he penetrated in, trying to come in off that missed three-point attempt. So obviously they've taken him to the locker room, and we hope to have an update at halftime.
Thank you, Craig. Devin George in the game for Austin Crozier. Brian Skinner, as we mentioned earlier, missed the shoot-around today. He had a migraine. He's out there now, seeing his first action tonight.
I'll be the one. I'll raise my hand and say uncle on injuries. Uncle. There's been too many. And the Bucks playing well. They lose a key guy, another offensive player that they need his weaponry to win this ball game, and they just played a wonderful first half overall.
Greg Buckner kicks it out. Devin Harris.
Wrong kick.
Harris has his first 2 points. Earl Boykins.
Screen. Nowitzki doesn't come all the way up. Earl has a look.
And 9 points. Back to a 15-point lead. The Bucks have been up by one more than that in the first half.
The value of screens. If the defense doesn't adjust properly, you got a shot.
Nowitzki.
See, Jim, he can look, hold the ball above his head. He's got that lean back jumper. He can look for the pass, nothing there, so shoot it. Plus, he's got that release where he holds the ball above his head and can release it from there. That's just so effective. He doesn't have to gather himself.
That's the end of the first half. The Bucks with a 13-point lead as they to the locker room here at the Bradley Center. John, they did an excellent job holding off any close in the second quarter by the Dallas Mavericks. Now the question is, can Charlie Villanueva come back and add to his 15-point total in the first half? 58-45, Milwaukee over Dallas.
Hi, I'm Chef Jerry Garcia from Heaven City Restaurant. The folks at Piggly Wiggly and the Russet Potato Exchange would like to welcome you to What's Cooking on FSN. Today on What's Cooking, we'll be making a ham and cheddar hash brown bake made with naturally nutritious brand of russet potatoes. The first thing we're going to do is take a nice hot skillet, get it to a medium high to high heat. Then we're going to add some raw butter to the pan and our onions. You want to start by caramelizing the onions to give it a nice, sweet, sugary flavor. It started to slowly caramelize, and now we're going to want to add our ham right to the skillet. Give that a nice toss, and we're going to continue to brown this for another 3 to 4 minutes. Now, once we've started to brown the ham and the onions, we're going to add the potatoes in there. Give them another little shake. Once the potatoes have cooked for about 4 to 5 minutes, we're ready to add the cheddar cheese and slip our whole skillet into our 500-degree oven. Now it's been in the oven for approximately 2 to 3 minutes. The cheddar cheese should be melted on top, which it is, and looks like our hash browns are ready to serve. Now here we have our ham and cheddar hash brown potato bake. and that's what's cooking. For this and other what's cooking recipes, go to shopthepig.com.
Bunnies, boxing, and the party of the year at Hef's Place. It's the best damn fight night live from the Playboy Mansion, presented by Virtua Fighter 5. Featuring heavyweight contender Tony Thompson versus Timur Bragimov. And Olympic medalist Andre Durrell looking to stay undefeated. It's your VIP pass to the boxing event of the year, live from the Playboy Mansion, Friday on FSN. It's a college basketball doubleheader on FSN. The Bruins' pursuit of back-to-back conference titles is put to the test by an Arizona State squad gunning for the upset of the year. Plus, the surprising Cardinal look to stay in the hunt for the conference crown as they battle Oregon State. Pac-10 basketball doubleheader action tips off Thursday on FSN.
Bucks with a big first half over Dallas, leading 58-45 here at the break. Andrew Bogut already a double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds. Charlie Villanueva with 15 for the Bucks. Rolled his ankle in that final minute of the first half, and we hope to have a update for you here in just a few minutes as we visit with Lester Connor here as halftime continues. Time now for our Piggly Wiggly news and notes, and we go around the NBA and see who's coming back after the All-Star break. Besides Michael Redd, Pat Riley, after the hip and knee surgery, should be back to coach the Heat, and Steve Nash will not play in the All-Star game. He's been out since February 5th. He hopes to be back as well after that shoulder injury. Let's continue now our tribute to Black History Month and turn it over to Michael Redd of the Bucks.
Hi, I'm Michael Redd of the Milwaukee Bucks, asking you to visit America's Black Holocaust Museum this month. Learn more about how African Americans created their own sense of place, culture, and social history. This exhibit, photographs, and architectural drawings take you beyond the master's residence. The great houses were only a small part of any plantation. The most important element of any planter's domain actually lay beyond his residence. Here, back of the big house, is where slaves did the work that produced their owner's wealth. Here, a captive people struggled to live as decently as they could. Here, African Americans etched their mark on the southern landscape and created cultural traditions that endure to this day. This month, FSN North and the Milwaukee Bucks present to you a deeper understanding of Black history as it relates to racial injustice and the African American experience.
Ours is your easy do-it-yourself floor coverings headquarters. Check out our fabulous flooring sale. All laminate flooring and carpet is on sale. Plus, get free pad with any woven back carpet purchase. For hardwood floors, check out the quality and beauty of Columbia Timber Falls hardwood. Pre-finished hickory has a 15-year finish and a lifetime structural warranty. Only $424 a square foot. Plus, there's 0 payments and no interest till 2008 when you use your big card.
Save big money at Menards.
Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape. Personal attention also has this shape. American Family is the first insurance company with AC certified by J.D. Power and Associates. Your American Family agent is committed to doing everything possible to make sure you're satisfied. It's personal service on a whole different level, and it only comes in this color and this shape.
American Family Insurance.
Serving you.
Oh, before I forget, here your bills. Bills? For what? Calling me on my cell phone. $8.50. Did I ask to hear about your lady problems? $23. Trust me, the only one who wants to hear about your golf game is you.
Why pay for calls you didn't make? Switch to U.S. Cellular.
Right now, get unlimited local call me minutes so there's no charge for incoming calls. U.S. Cellular. We connect with you.
Quality wireless service from U.S. Cellular. Go wireless.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on FSN North is presented by the Wisconsin Lottery and its family of instant scratch games. Odds are you'll like them. And by U.S. Cellular. We connect with you. Dallas has not led tonight. The Bucks lead 58-45 at the half. Welcome back to the Bradley Center. Milwaukee plus 6 points from the line. They are plus 4 in points off turnovers, and they are plus 9 in points from three-pointers. But we're going to talk about Charlie Villanueva. What a first half. 15 points for him, John. 6 out of 9 from the field. The question is his ankle at this point.
Well, that's right, Jim. We don't know what's going to happen here in the third, but the Bucks have certainly needed Charlie's offense, Jim. With the problems they've had with Michael being out, and of course Mo was questionable for tonight with that shoulder, he hasn't been able to be as assertive. Other people have to step up. We've been talking about Charlie's offensive capabilities. Well, tonight he's 6 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So he's a guy that's been able to stretch their defense, get open shots against this team. But he went down on this play right here, rolled his ankle, and we're told will return.
PR Director Sherry Hansen just stopped by the table. Villanueva expected to return. The Miller Lite halftime stats, field goal percentage, Milwaukee at 49, 19 of 39. Dallas 17 of 37, 46%. And you see the biggest lead, 16 points. The Mavericks have not been in front in the first half. The Bucks did a good job in not allowing Dallas to close out either of the first two quarters. Andrew Bogut solid in the first half, very solid. A double-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds. We'll be back with more. Lester Connor will join Craig next on FSN North.
Preparation, determination, commitment. That's what it takes to make the winning play. I'm Jeff Sikich. I've been a coach for 20 years. I'm also a teacher and a proud WEAC member. The values that I stress on the field are the same values Wisconsin teachers are teaching in our classrooms every single day. Please visit weac.org to find out more, because every kid deserves a great school.
There were two options. Change the road or change the SUV. Introducing the Acura MDX with super handling all-wheel drive. Technology takes it to a whole new place. Acura. Advance.
Introducing Cash Bonus Double Play from the Wisconsin Lottery. Scratch on the front, pull tab on the back. It's our first ever $5 combination instant game with play on both sides of the ticket.
Welcome to the finals of Clements Sausage Idol. Please welcome our celebrity judges, Clements Bratwurst, Polish, and Hot Dog.
Sausage Idol 4 is brought to you by Clements.
And now the finalists, Bill Johnson and Guido Clements Italian Sausage. Bill's talent is performance posing. Guido's talent is mime. Your next Clements Sausage Idol is Guido Clements Italian Sausage. Clements out.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on FSN North is presented by Pepsi. It's the Cola.
Back here at the Bradley Center, Bucks up 58-45 at halftime, surprising those Dallas Mavericks. Lester Connor now joins me. And Good news for you, Charlie Villanueva due to be back. Had that ankle sprain, but is set to return for you, and he had a big first half.
Well, we had a couple of guys with a big first half, but anytime you can knock down some threes and spread the defense, that gives Andrew Bogut a chance to work down low, and he's got a double-double already at halftime.
How much did you target that offense through Bogut tonight?
Well, we know they're not a very good defensive team, so we just kind of like pounded in the post and give him a chance to work. And then we're spreading the floor, like I said, Mo Williams, Charlie Bell, Charlie Villanueva. He's able to play now a little bit one-on-one. We're getting to the foul line, not like we did against Denver, but we're getting to the foul line. We're making free throws, and we're feeling good about ourselves. It's just that third quarter low that we always come out to have. We told the guys, look, come out, same energy. They're going to look to come and try to play like a championship team if they are. We just got to keep taking it to them.
All right, go get him second half. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's Lester Connor, Bucks assistant coach. Those Bucks got to the free throw line 19 times in that first half. Andrew Bogut leading the way with that double-double. Jim and John are coming right back.
$299.99 for a 100% wool suit like this at a department store. Or at K&G. Look just as stylish for only $99.99. K&G. For men, for women, for less. Men come in different sizes. Shouldn't their suits? K&G has thousands of suits at great low prices, from boy sizes all the way up to 60 long for men. K&G. For men, for women, for less.
A sensational season as St. Cloud stayed back in the national spotlight. But can they survive a dangerous battle in the hostile home of the Badgers? St. Cloud State versus Wisconsin, Friday at 7 on FSN North. This week on FSN North, it's back-to-back nights of WIAA action as the girls' basketball game of the week tips off tonight at 9:45. Then tomorrow night, the puck drops at 9 for WIAA hockey.
Tonight on the FSN Final Four presented by DirecTV, the Mavs try to improve upon the league's best record as they look for their 8th straight on the road in Milwaukee. Plus, North Carolina looks to avenge an earlier loss to Virginia Tech as the Heels host the Hokies in Chapel Hill. And Bobby Knight's troops look to hold a 5-game slide as Tech travels across state to battle Big 12 leader A&M. All that and more tonight on the FSN Final Four.
The Bucks with a 13-point lead. We're ready for the third quarter here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee tonight. The Bucks leading the team with the best record in the NBA. Dallas 42-9. Dirk Nowitzki has 17 in the first half. Josh Howard 13 points, so they are closing in on their average. They average about 43.5 points a game on 20 at the moment. Villanueva and Bogut have combined for 29.
And you'll notice Charlie V is not out there, so we have received a report he will play, but we will see what happens as this third period starts.
Versailles Ilyasova on the court with Andrew Bogut, Ruben Patterson, Mo Williams, and Charlie Bell. Bell playing with 3 fouls. Nowitzki able to control the ball. Shot clock ticking down to 4 for Jason Terry. Nowitzki alone for 3. Damp here. Resets the shot clock for Dallas. Then steps up for the pick and roll. Jason Terry misses the shot, and Nowitzki called for a loose ball foul.
Yeah, he swipes at it. I don't know if there was real contact on Mo's head or not. Nowitzki says, I did not hit him, but by Mo going down, it looked like he did, so that gives him the foul. Long rebound, Mo goes and gets it. Yeah, it didn't look like he had contact unless it occurred a little lower, Jim, on the body.
Dallas is riding a 7-game victory streak, their second 7-game streak of the season. John will be watching the free throws throughout this game. It was a big factor in the first half. Charlie Bell off the glass. The Bucks were +6.
That's right.
In makes and takes. And over the last 6 games, as Terry misses a lay-in, rebounded by Bogut, Dallas had made 136 free throws. Their opponents had attempted 134.
Exactly, Jim. That's something to watch also. The Bucks didn't give up a lot of offensive rebounds. At one point, throughout much of the game, Dallas was shooting in the 30% bracket. That means there were a lot of missed shots for them to get. They only have 6 offensive boards. That's been good.
Jason Terry drains the 3 and looks back at the Bucks bench. He has 7 points. Milwaukee's lead at 12. Dallas has yet to lead in this game. And the Bucks plan to keep them there.
And Jason Terry's another one of those guys that can light it up from the outside. They have a number of them.
Offensive foul on a wraparound. Bogut can't believe the call. Kevin Fear makes it.
On the hook, on the arm.
Yeah, it was a hook, apparently. Third foul on Bogut. Well, the numbers I gave you illustrate that Dallas gets to the line a lot more than their opponents on average.
Yep.
John, this team was 42-9. They don't need a lot of help in any facet of the game. Dampier in the paint.
Well, Nowitzki is a player that draws a lot of fouls because of the way he plays in the combination. So he gets there, but they've got other guys. See, you step away from your jumper like that, it's not going to go in. You got to stay with it and lean in. Andrew steps back and away. Not going to make many of them. But they have other guys that can attack the basket and get to the line. That's a jump ball.
Bogut didn't think so. He thought he was grabbed on a foul. Josh Howard ties him up from behind on a wraparound. He got to the ball first. Back tap by Bogut, controlled by the Bucks. 9:30 remaining in the third quarter. Mo Williams rebounded by Devin George. The Bucks probably will struggle to win this game if they rely on the perimeter jump shots. They were going inside early, John, with great effect. And there it is.
That's a transition inside. Actually, Jim, the Bucks made some jumpers, though. They had the inside out going, but you're right. By getting it to Andrew, getting some inside play and some penetration, that set some of those shots up for Charlie V.
It's about mixing it up. Ilyasova steps into Nowitzki for the foul. Check out the Bucks in transition.
When you get a break, that's an open shot. Jason Terry just misses. Rubin finishes.
Charlie Villanueva returning to the court from the Bucks locker room. 15 points in the first half. Rolled an ankle. Milwaukee needs him. Bogut overplays on Dampier. Shot clock at 5 for Nowitzki. He puts up a 3, and Andrew Bogut hauls in his 13th rebound.
Urson, good job of staying there with a hand in Nowitzki's shot. And you see the Bucks trying to look inside. Andrew trying to gain position. That's what you want.
Dampier has 4 fouls.
Charlie V. Going to lose his trunks here in a minute. But he's set to come back. He's not limping.
Undoubtedly retaped. Ursan Ilyasova goes to the Bucks bench for Villanueva. Pass low. Patterson and one. Ruben Patterson in the paint from Charlie V. And he has a free throw coming.
They caught Vince sleeping a bit, Jim, and you can see Dirk flying back in there to try to give help. Ball swing baseline. Ruben's open. Dirk comes flying in. They miss Ruben for a moment. It's too late. He may go for 3.
Third foul on Nowitzki.
I would try to go right at him right now. If I was a coach, I would have an assistant that would watch just that. When you get a key guy like that, I'd go at him right away a few times because he does not want to get a 4th foul this early in the second half. He'll go out then.
When you're not going at him, shouldn't you go at Dampier, who's playing with 4?
Yeah, well, of course, Dampier less of an important factor to their team than Nowitzki, but I would really concentrate on Nowitzki, Jim.
Patterson inside position on Dirk for the rebound. Mo Williams back for Patterson. Another great pass. Rubin went back to Mo deep.
Yeah, Charlie is limping. He's having a hard time running on that. It would be interesting to see if
he's hurting.
No, I don't think he can play, Jim. I mean, he's trying to be a gamer now, man. He's reaching back. You like to see that, but
no, he can't play.
He's grimacing on the side.
Shot clock at 4. Bogut off the glass. Oh, thought he had that one. Bounced out for him. Villanueva gingerly getting back on defense. And they go to his side of the floor. Nowitzki was left open. Charlie couldn't get to him. Dampier set the screen.
Right. Charlie was deep, and Dampier can set the screen on him, and he can't push off on that foot.
Just over 7 minutes in the third quarter. Well, the Bucks probably are trying to avoid burning a timeout to get Villanueva out of the game. And now they get a whistle. Josh Howard commits the foul.
Yeah, I don't think they're really aware of it. I think they're going to let Charlie call his own shot on this. But
yeah, he's not coming out.
He's limping badly enough. I don't know how he can play. I mean, he's not going to be able to jump on that or really burn out of there on a fast break.
Amazingly, he did not even look at the bench on the whistle.
No, well, he wants to play.
He just stepped up to the line.
He wants to play. I mean, with the problems he's had this year injury-wise, you know, Charlie Villanueva wants to play. He doesn't want to be on the sideline.
Nine points for Charlie Bell.
Boy, I understand it too, Jim. I always wanted to play. How about it?
Ruben Patterson, fouled by Stackhouse. Clear path.
This is D'ing it up, right? Look at the pass. Hits him in the thigh. And then it's a horse race.
2 free throws and possession off this effort by Ruben Patterson. And the clear path foul committed by Stackhouse. Well, this is an example both in the case of Ruben Patterson and Charlie Villanueva. When you hear people say the Bucks aren't giving effort or that they're not playing for their coach, it's bunk.
Well, you know what I would say in that case? Have enough guts to ask the question. It's not the Bucks. It might be an individual or two. If you believe that, and that's why you're asking the question, then point them out. Call them out when you ask the question.
Well, it got to the point that, and I have conversations with him daily, so I guess I can do this, but I asked Harry Stotts today, do you think you've lost your team? I knew the answer. He laughed. He said, absolutely not. He said, what are they watching? I said, I know what I'm watching.
See Charlie on the look. Ball swing. Hustle. Boy, I tell you, Andrew is mobile. When he's mobile, things happen.
Mo Williams was open under the basket. It was a tough pass for Ruben Patterson. The fans wanted Villanueva to hit that shot because he's out there giving it everything he can on one wheel.
And let me tell you something, when you get a shot like that from the wing and you got a bad wheel, it's even more important to step into the basket so you can shorten up the distance.
See what's happening as Buckner hits the 3. Dallas is starting to hit shots. The Bucks are starting to miss.
Correct. And just the reverse of that in the first half, along with the Bucks free throws.
And yet Milwaukee still has a 13-point lead.
Yep. I like their spacing. Haven't turned the ball over a lot. That's key against this team.
Relying on jumpers perhaps a little bit too much here in the third quarter, John.
And still nothing at Nowitzki. I think you got to run at him.
Yeah, see, this requires a timeout because Dallas now is starting to nail it from
yes, they are.
Distance.
And they will.
And mid-range shots. They're hitting shots. The Bucks are not. 5:34 remaining in the third. It's down to 10. Timeout at the Bradley Center. Milwaukee leading Dallas on FSN North.
It's Nina, right?
Right.
Which one of these phones looks like it comes with a great network?
I don't know.
Okay. Which one feels like it comes with a great network?
No idea.
Exactly, because you can't really tell unless you hear the network.
Hear for yourself how great our network is. Put it to the test for 30 days.
Not even the sniff test helps.
U.S. Cellular. We connect with you. This Valentine's Day, get a free Moto Razor when you buy one for $49.95.
Milwaukee up 10, 68-58, 5:34 remaining in the third quarter. Every Tuesday in February, plus the Saturday game on the 24th against Philadelphia, is part of Pepsi Super Bonus Month. Most upper-level tickets available for $10. Call 1-800-4-NBA-TIX, and you can log on at Bucks.com. The Krystkowiak family is here, and
a birthday party.
Luke.
L-U-C. He's 6 years old today. Got his brothers and some friends here. That's Jan Krystkowiak, Larry's wife. It's his birthday today. His name is Luke, L-U-C, and he's named after
Australian Luke Longley.
That's right. They like the name, and Larry, of course, knows Luke, and that's how they went. Jan was a basketball player at UWM, and on the first girls all-star team in the university, or in the state of Wisconsin, and the WBCA All-Star Games benefit the MAC Fund, boys and girls, and she was one of the first All-Stars.
The Bucks without a field goal in about 3 minutes. Bogut puts an end to that. 16 points for Andrew.
Inside.
A strong double-double tonight. 15 rebounds. He's 5 of 11 from the field, so he's getting some touches. Bogut has been very aggressive offensively tonight.
And, Jim, I think it's even more important to get him touches inside with Charlie's ankle the way it is.
Villanueva called for the foul as Dampier hauled in the rebound.
Dampier's big and he's aggressive, and he did a great job of spinning and sealing Charlie on his back. So now Dampier's in the pop-up zone in rebound position. Watch him set up inside. Very aggressive. Gets to the opening. Now you got to be ready to rebound. Charlie V has to get in and cut off the shooter because he's such a bad free throw shooter. And got them both.
Dampier with 5 points. Well, this year the new rule along the free throw lane is you can't jostle, you can't put your arms in front of players. I haven't missed that at all.
Nope.
Been pretty,
double down.
Pretty clean along the free throw lane all season long. Pass for Villanueva. He goes, and can't get the bounce. Nowitzki rebounding for the Mavericks. That's his 6th. On a cut, Buckner.
Everybody's standing and watching on the weak side on that. Cut, got to go with him, got to deny. Don't let a man cut between you and the basket for a layup.
Dallas fairly adept at weak side cuts and curls, part of their game. Yes, Patterson. Ryan Skinner and Earl Boykins come to the scorer's table. They'll try to get in here with under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Dampier and Bogut. 16 points, 16 rebounds for Andrew Bogut. Mo Williams dances and draws the foul. He was going up for the shot, says Rodney Mott. Buckner commits the foul. 2 free throws coming for Mo.
This is what a half-court penetrator does for you. Make something happen going at the basket. So what have the Bucks done now in the last 2 possessions? Inside basket for Andrew. Inside penetration, Mo.
The jumper's not falling in the third quarter for Milwaukee. Finally, they figure it out and go inside a bit. Boykins and Skinner in. Bell and Villanueva out. Charlie apparently saying he's all right.
Well, not by the way he's limping.
8 points for Mo Williams. Both free throws good. Back to a 12-point Milwaukee lead. Dallas has not enjoyed a lead tonight.
Bucks in their zone. Haven't seen it much tonight.
To the corner for Nowitzki.
Yeah, you got to be out. You got to be on the move. When he's in the corner and they're swinging, you better be running at him long before he catches.
The three-pointer gets Nowitzki to 25. Here you see athletic trainer John Anderson stretching out Villanueva's ankle. Good hustle by Mo Williams. Shot clock at 5. Tough shot. The Bucks get another reload. This time Skinner does the work. Under 3 minutes. Inside, great pass. Rupert Patterson from Bogut.
Beautiful, perfect pass. Man fronting. Hold him off, but the pass has to be on the money. It was. And that's, as you said, a reload, Burt. Bucks working the glass. Man, I don't look at that.
Skinner grimacing too at the defensive breakdown inside. Josh Howard has 15 points.
Zone. No. Man to man. They're just switching on the weak side.
Buckner on the weak side. Ahead for Nowitzki.
How about that, Jim? That's a 7-footer. Wow. Transitioning like that. A 7-footer. He can go.
Terry Stotts apparently wanted a 20. It's going to go full with 2:03 remaining in the third quarter. 76-69, Milwaukee leading Dallas.
Complete your next drywall project 33% faster with Rapid Coat from Menards. Rapid Coat joint compound dries faster, shrinks less, and sands easier, allowing you to tape and add a second coat the same day. 4.5 gallons are $10.99. Take care of your birds this winter with 20-pound bags of Songbird Blend or Cardinal's Choice Bird Food. They attract cardinals, songbirds, nuthatches, and chickadees, 2 for $12. Plus, there's 0 payments and no interest till 2008 when you use your big card.
Save big money at Menards.
Makes the man. Gold filtering 4 times makes the Miller Genuine Draft.
Tune in to the 2007 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Las Vegas, Nevada. All access, all day, all night, all weekend, all NBA All-Star. Watch February 16th through the 18th.
February 13th, 1977, 30 years ago tonight. The only All-Star game to be held in Milwaukee at the Milwaukee Arena. The West edging the East 125-124. It was the national coming out party for Julius Erving. He had been in 5 ABA All-Star games and became the MVP of his first NBA All-Star game. 30 points, 12 rebounds for Julius Erving, who was drafted in the NBA by the Milwaukee Bucks. Of course, he played in the ABA. He opted for the ABA rather than joining the Bucks after that draft. But you remember that game fondly. You weren't a player. You had just retired.
That was the first season that I was retired and was working as a player. Went to work for the Bucks in the front office with Wayne Embry, general manager, and John Steinmiller, who was the PR director. And that was one of my first projects, to work on that game with them. And so that was my first year out of the league. And it meant so much to me to have that job and to still be doing radio and TV and be connected to the game I love, the organization I love, and still feel close to the players.
Under 2 minutes in the third, let's check in with Craig Kashan, who is with a very interested observer here tonight.
That's right. George Haas, a high school coach over at Tosa. He's watching Devin Harris from a very good view, by the way, here on the floor. Very special day yesterday for you, George. Tony Smith and Devin Harris had their jerseys retired over at the high school. That's got to be very special for you as a head coach there.
Especially since they're very special young men, and they deserved it. And they've done a lot for the school, the community, and it was nice payback, I thought.
Is Devin Harris everything you thought he was going to be, or more, as you sit here today?
Well, we haven't even seen all of him yet. He's going to get better and better as he's in the league. I anticipate him playing a lot of years.
So are your allegiances divided here, or are you rooting for the Bucks?
It's the Bucks, but let me clear up something. Everybody thinks I'm here to see Devin only, but two of my ex-students, Sharika and Kate, are Bucks energizing girls, so I'm here to see them too.
I love that. I love that. Thanks, George. Guys.
Well, Devin Harris tonight.
Sorry, Devin.
Has 2 points more than the Energy Girls.
Sorry, Devin. Coach is here for a lot of reasons. He follows his students.
47.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Now the coach enjoying this game. Tony Smith on the right. Devin Harris, honored by Wauwatosa East High School.
I just got a report. Charlie Villanueva will not return. He was limping pretty badly. Dale George is part of the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association, such a great organization in this state, does so many wonderful things, and a lot of them through the All-Star games in the summer.
Apparently he can't wait for the next time out when the dancers perform.
Good for him.
I'm with him on that. Defensive 3-second violation led to a free throw, a technical, and Charlie Bell has 11 now with that jump shot. Ruben Patterson lighting up the third quarter for the Bucks. 18 points in the game, 12 in this period.
I'm going to tell you, Jim, if the Bucks hang in there and win this ball game, they've done a remarkable job. Because think about it. They've had all those injuries. They're playing the best team in the league. And a guy who's really contributing offensively, Charlie V, also goes down and can't play in the second half, basically. Play a few minutes, limping minutes.
Jerry Stackhouse with the offensive foul, a forearm. Wipe away at the top. 23.9 remaining in the quarter. Well, the Bucks have only lost to the Mavericks 4 times in 25 games in Milwaukee. 25 years. And in this building, Milwaukee is 15-2 against the Mavericks.
The road. The NBA road.
The road hasn't bothered Dallas the rest of this season. They are 18-6. Boykins feeds Patterson, and he draws the foul.
Boy, I like that. You see how Ruben pursued him after he sets the screen, follows him. So this is where the little guy clears the way, and the big guy trails him right to the basket. Screen. 2 guys go to the penetrator, and here he comes. Ruben on the finish. Oh. when you yell and you release your shot, it's not a good shot. He got lucky. Ruben.
Then Greer in for Charlie Bell. He leaves. Terry Stotts hits him in the head with a warm-up shirt.
Now, Jim, let's see if they run a similar patterns like they did before. They cross in the backcourt, they come up the sidelines, and they got that good shot at the end of the buzzer.
Loose ball foul against Skinner.
Fortunately, the Bucks had a foul to give. Or otherwise it would have been shooting.
That's the first under 2 minutes.
Right. So no more to give.
Terry Stotts just reminding the players on the court about the fact that another foul will lead to free throws. Well, the adjustment made here, Lynn Greer will get up on the inbounder.
Yeah, you don't want Greer in the front court on Stackhouse. They made that change.
Nowitzki. Terry Stotts thought he carried the ball about shoulder high. Doesn't matter, he misses the shot. That's the end of the third quarter. The Bucks led by 13 at the half. They've held in there despite shooting the ball a little bit less accurately. It's 11 after 3.
Up on your dental health facts and have a chance to win a set of 4 floor seats to the Milwaukee Bucks game on April 9th. Just visit WDAHealthyChoices.com. Take the online quiz, and you could find yourself sitting courtside.
Hi, I'm Chef Jerry Garcia from Heaven City Restaurant. The folks at Piggly Wiggly and the Russet Potato Exchange would like to welcome you to What's Cooking on FSN. Today on What's Cooking, we're making prime rib roast with meat that we got at Piggly Wiggly. The best thing about prime rib roast is it's so easy to prepare, it's almost a crime. We're just going to take a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of raw garlic. We're going to take the garlic, spoon it over, little black peppers, and I like to kind of press them into the flesh. A little bit of salt, flip it, and do the same on the other side. Now we'll just throw it in our 350-degree oven, cook it for about 2.5 hours, but you want to check it about every 15 to 20 minutes just to make sure it's cooking well. It's been cooking for about 2 hours now, and it looks like our prime rib is ready to go. After you take the roast out of the oven, you want to let it sit or rest on the cutting board for about a minute. What that allows it to do is it allows the muscle to relax a little bit, and it'll actually be more tender a minute from now rather than to serve it right away. After about a minute of resting, she's ready to be served up. The naturally nutritious brand of russet potatoes makes a great accompaniment for your prime rib roast, and that's What's Cooking. For this and other What's Cooking recipes, go to shopthepig.com.
Brush up on your dental health facts and have a chance to win a set of 4 floor seats to the Milwaukee Bucks game on April 9th. Just visit WDAHealthyChoices.com. Take the online quiz, and you could find yourself sitting courtside.
Well, the Bucks have repeatedly said in recent days they are tired of losing. They're 12 minutes away from one of the season's biggest victories and lead Dallas by 11. And they're getting there with hustle. Up 5 points on the hustle board. 6 more rebounds. 1 less block. The steals are even. The big hammers in the third quarter offensively. Ruben Patterson, 19 points, 13 coming in the third. Dirk Nowitzki, 12 in the third for 29 total. Charlie Villanueva for the second time tonight heading for the Bucks locker room. We are told this time he will not return. Very few turnovers in this game. Milwaukee with 6, Dallas with 8.
And Jim, that's key for the Bucks. They haven't turned it over against Dallas. They've shot pretty well, and they're getting to the line. Key factors. Blocked.
Great defensive work at midcourt. Skinner knocked it away, and then Devin Harris commits the foul against Earl Boykins. Devin Harris has 4.
If you don't shoot well and you turn the ball over against the good teams, you'll pay. Here's a look. The ball pops up on Devin. He can't get the handle.
Dallas won at Philadelphia on Sunday. They will play Thursday at Houston. Then the All-Star break kicks in for them. The Bucks wrap up the pre-All-Star break action tomorrow night in Boston. David Noel picking up his first.
He turns that over two ways. He loses the handle on the ball and gets the charge.
That's his first.
Pick and roll basketball. The Bucks stay with the dribbler, and then a travel by Stackhouse.
That was good defense. The Bucks were on the ball all the way around. That's a technical on Stackhouse. Bucks were on the ball all the way around. Forced the extra pass, got the turnover and the tee.
Earl Boykins will shoot the technical free throw.
Oh, well, Jimmy missed in Oklahoma City, and he missed this one, and it shows you that it's not that easy all the time, because the really great shooters miss free throws once in a while.
Earl's first miss tonight. He's now 6 of 7 from the line. This has boiled down to a question of whether the best team in the league, the team with the best record, can put together a fourth quarter run and get back in this one. Earl Boykins called for a foul.
Well, he turns the ball over. He can't pick it up. If he picks it up, that's a turnover. He tries to hold his man off while a teammate gets there and then gets the foul instead. But if they pick it up, it's a basket.
Devin Harris feeds the post. Dampier. Terry around screens. Can't hit the shot. And it is Devin George. Rebound and putback. His first 2 points tonight.
And their 7th offensive rebound. So the Bucks have done a good job overall tonight in that area.
Devin Harris bumped once on Boykins. The second one brings a whistle from Ken Maurer. Mo Williams checking back in for David Noel. Here's the bumping.
See, a lot of guys have trouble with Earl because you try to get up and put your body on him, and he's so much smaller. That's where the contact comes, and he gets his 5th personal foul.
Harris has been bumping Boykins all night long, and Boykins has always been in front of him. He can't stay up with him.
Right.
Wow, how about that?
Dampier in his grill. Wow.
12 for Boykins. Bogut going back in, and he'll have Nowitzki defensively. Devin George shows it, goes, and has 4 points.
Ball swing. 2 guys run at Nowitzki. He swings it back. George has a good angle.
The Bucks lead down to 9. Bogut will be replacing Ruben Patterson, I believe. Pretty good screen set by Skinner up high. He knocked Howard down. 6 on the shot clock. Earl Boykins. That shot flat and short. Howard draws the defense. Devin George. Cold and then hot. He has 7 in short order on the 3 right there.
Ball swing. They've got enough jump shooters. If they start to make those shots, they're deadly.
Timeout Milwaukee. 9:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. So Dallas, as you would expect, seems to have a run in them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see how it turns out. 9:22 remaining in the fourth. 3 ball. Good.
I don't know how it happened. I'm usually so careful. I guess I forgot to check the label of my beer for GHT. If it wasn't for that guy, I could have ended up with a mouthful of watered down taste. Before you drink a light beer, check the label. If you see GHT, you're not getting a Miller Lite, the light beer that invented light beer.
bunnies, boxing, and the party of the year at Hef's Place. It's the best damn fight night live from the Playboy Mansion, presented by Virtua Fighter 5. Featuring heavyweight contender Tony Thompson versus Timur Bragimov. And Olympic medalist Andre Durrell looking to stay undefeated. It's your VIP pass to the boxing event of the year, live from the Playboy Mansion, Friday on FSN.
MansionPoker.net presents the Poker Dome Challenge.
Its heart rate couldn't have gone any higher.
A new era of poker has arrived. The series continues Sunday on FSN.
Tomorrow at 9, WIAA Hockey hits the ice on FSN North.
Get some friends, loser.
Character. Pass it on.
You alright, man?
From the Foundation for a Better Life.
Bucks Live, after the game on FSN North.
84-78, Milwaukee's lead down to 6. 9:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Well, John, you talked about the fact that teams like Phoenix and Dallas play a little better defense than perhaps people think. Dallas has been improving its defense in terms of points allowed over the years quite nicely. They are up to 4th in the NBA, allowing 92.8 points a game. That's our Menard's key stat tonight.
And, Jim, that's not a result of slowing down the offense. That's a result of their defense getting better. And I think Dallas, of the good teams that are up there that can score, I think they are recognized more than any how much they have improved defensively.
35 of the 42 Dallas victories have come when they have held opponents under 100 points. They're 35-3 when they do that.
Turn.
Perhaps costly. Devin George having a fourth quarter. 9 points in the period. So he has waited until the final 12 minutes to get it going offensively.
Bucks' 9th turnover for 11 points.
Their 3rd turnover in the quarter.
Look out.
Trapped. Bogut down. And a timeout taken by Andrew Bogut.
Excellent trap. Nowhere to go. Covered it up. They want to shut the Bucks down and obviously force turnovers. And when you're on the wing like that, Jim, the sideline and the baseline serve as 2 more players.
Down to 4. 8:48 remaining.
Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape. Personal attention also has this shape. American Family is the first insurance company with agency certified by J.D. Power & Associates. Your American Family agent is committed to doing everything possible to make sure you're satisfied. It's personal service on a whole different level, and it only comes in this color and this shape.
American Family Insurance.
Experience makes the man. Full filtering 4 times makes the Miller Genuine Draft.
FSN North, your home for the Milwaukee Brewers, presents Brewers Classics. Relive some of the most exciting games in Brewers history.
There it is! 18 strikeouts for Ben Sheets.
From memorable moments by Brewers legends to great performances by stars in the making. Tomorrow on Brewers Classics, go back to 1987 for the Brewers' 13th straight win on FSN North.
The Bucks lead is down to 4. In the fourth quarter, the score is Devin George 9, Milwaukee 2.
Their defense has picked up, Jim. They've been able to shut the Bucks down. George on the trampoline there, on the ball swing and the jump shot there. Turnover on the skip. Finish there. And what's happened is we've seen their shooting percentage rise to 49%. Bucks drop to 45, and they're closing the gap.
All 9 of the Dallas points in the fourth quarter belong to Devin George. Dallas has never led.
How about it? Mo
down Maine. The only tie in the game came at 2-2. Charlie Villanueva opened the game with a jump shot for the Bucks. He has gone to the locker room. Villanueva 15 points all in the first half. Turned his ankle in the first half. Tried to go in the third quarter. Terry misses and a foul underneath as Dampier hauls in the rebound. Ruben Patterson with a push.
Jason Terry, who is a good jump shooter and uses screens well, got good screens right there twice, but decided to take it down the boulevard instead of pulling up for the Jays. Jay hasn't been as good tonight. As he penetrates, that pulls the Bucks' big men up. That leaves Dampier open right in the pop-up zone so he can go up and down for the rebound. And when he's got a dunk, Jim, in the pop-up zone, you've got to take it away from him and foul it.
Dallas 12 out of 16 from the line. Milwaukee 24 of 30.
Big differential for the Bucks.
Six for Dampier. Milwaukee's lead at 5. Mo Williams wants Bogut. Andrews sets the screen. Ruben Patterson back for three. Mo Williams. 13 for Mo. He wasn't supposed to play tonight. Jason Terry, ball loose. Earl Boykins takes it away. Devin George over the back of him. George hustles. And a battle for the ball. It'll be jumped.
Well, I'll tell you what, Earl's quickness came up with it on the steal, but they stayed with him with their quickness on pursuit defense to get the deflection as it gets into the front court for the Bucks. No one going out of bounds, no one in control to travel, and a jump ball.
Devin George hustled, but he hurt himself. They have to help him off the court. So George, who scored all 9 of his points in the fourth quarter, hustles his way to the bench. Ruben Patterson and Josh Howard will jump. Ruben backing off a bit. Controlled by Nowitzki and the Mavericks. 89-81 Milwaukee. The Bucks have not trailed. Skinner and one. Skinner on the foul. I'll tell you, from our angle, it looked like ball. We'll have to see it again, perhaps, to determine. Ooh.
I don't know. In the meantime, that is the Nowitzki shot that is so tough to play. He's got the release above his head. He's 7 feet tall, and he leans back and gets 3. He's a good free throw shooter.
32 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
I guess if you get close enough to that shooting hand.
Dallas 13-0 when Nowitzki scores 30 or more.
They've done a good job of trying to take Andrew out of the offense here in the second half by double down. Ball swing, Mo finds the seam.
Pretty play, 15 points for Williams. Well, Dallas is kicking into its championship approach now. You can see that.
Sense of urgency there.
Jason Terry, just 3 out of 11. Devin George in the north tunnel here at the Bradley Center. Deflection, Greg Buckner to Nowitzki. The Bucks had just 6 turnovers through a half. Nowitzki has 34. Nowitzki's season high 43 points, career high 53.
He's an offensive machine.
Mo tippy toes the baseline. And the shot clock wound down. He had to take that shot. It was at 3 when Terry Stotts called it out.
And you got to credit the defense there, Jim, because they didn't give the Bucks any good looks, and the clock running down, as you indicated, they got to take a launch.
Under 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. The next whistle will bring a timeout, an automatic timeout. Bogut up on Nowitzki. Dirk drives and trebles. Nowitzki claiming he was pushed. Kenny Maurer not buying it. It's one thing about Avery Johnson. He doesn't complain much to the officials, John.
He gets after his team, boy.
Buckner able to control the rebound and find Nowitzki. The big man dribbles down across. Sets the screen for Terry. Shot clock at 10. Jason Terry, who has been cold, hits a shot. He has 9. 5 out of 13.
That's so well done, though, Jim. I mean, Nowitzki resets the screen, gets it this time. Terry comes off. Andrew lays back on him, and he's got a wide open jumper. Andrew trying to protect if he penetrates, which is what he's been doing.
Nowitzki very good at reposting and repicking.
Yeah, he is.
Ruben Patterson.
And setting good screens. See, he gets a guy, and he's wide enough. See, there it is again. Now it sets him up. He looks to pop, usually.
Earl Boykins able to get the long rebound in the corner.
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, when they lost that lead after being 2 up against Miami in the finals, Dirk missed shots like that, and it helped Miami get back. He wasn't the only one, though.
Well, that was brought up again this week. Dwayne Wade, Mark Cuban getting into a pretty well publicized written verbal debate, at least. 4 minutes remaining. Milwaukee up 3.
Avery Johnson, the very typical take control point guard as a player, and has transcended that to as a coach, take control coach.
Terry back for Nowitzki, 3-pointer. Bogut has it.
That's
rebound number 17.
Woo, on the glass. Dirk.
Technical.
I don't know why he's upset.
He's just telling Jason Terry, who's getting on him for getting the tee, he said, I didn't commit the foul. That's from a while ago. That's from...
Yeah, I guess that goes back because he just had an open jumper. One reason he likes to set that screen, and they work the 2-man game with the guard, because Terry can come off and shoot the open jumper if the defense doesn't adjust right, or Dirk, who's a great pop guy, can pop for the jump shot. Right there.
So the tee on Nowitzki allows Boykins to give the Bucks a 4-point lead. Jerry Stackhouse back in the game for Buckner. Ruben Patterson, Brian Skinner, Boykins, Mo Williams, and Bogut for the Bucks. Boykins. Josh Howard inside position on Bogut for that rebound. Closing in on 3 minutes in the fourth. Nowitzki makes his move. Three-pointer, Stackhouse.
Nowitzki got it hung up on his leg for a moment, but still makes the play and playing like a point guard, creating opportunities for teammates. Fouls, Bucks with 3, Mavs 2.
92-91. Boykins trying to shoot over the big guys. And pass, Jason Terry. Big turnover. The 13th by Dallas. Another big finish coming up, you would think. Dallas in Milwaukee.
I know, I promised I'd take the whole family out. As much as I'd love to take out my Mercury-powered Fishhawk, but a promise is a promise. We'll still have a blast in our Crestliner pontoon with the kids, the grandkids, why, even Raven and her puppy. Now there's a pup after my own heart. Hey, where'd you get that key?
Crestliner, the leader by innovation.
I was at a cookout drinking a light beer when all of a sudden I noticed a watered down taste. That's when I checked the label. GHT. I wasn't drinking the original light beer. Lucky thing Julie was there to hook me up with the Miller Lite. Before you drink a light beer, check the label. You see GHT, you're not getting a Miller. L-I-T-E. The light beer that invented light beer.
The jump shot, a tantalizing combination of artistry and precision. The bend of the knees, the flick of the wrist, the follow through. You practice it 1,000 times to find the perfect stroke. So in the game, when it counts, it's pure and natural. Release, rotation, swish. They call it string music. And in basketball, there's no sweeter sound.
.236 remaining in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee up 1. Well, if you question the effort, how about this effort? 7 Bucks players have seen action. Lynn Greer, the only player who is not in double figures. 6 players with 10 or more.
Man, they're just reaching back and digging deep, and the well ain't that deep, Jim, because of all the injuries. You could sure use a second half effort of Charlie Villanueva offensively like he brought it in the first half, but he's out. Momo. More Momo. He didn't practice for 3 days. He was questionable coming into this one. Mo Williams.
Let's clarify the graphic. Of the 7 players who have scored for the Bucks, 6 are in double figures.
Yeah, more than 7 have played.
There you see the players on the court.
Ten guys have played.
Skinner has been out there. David Noel. Perimeter swing. Shot on the way. Blocked. Mo Williams three-pointer blocked. Jason Terry got a piece of it. And now the Bucks have to dig in. Can take its first lead. Under 2 minutes in the fourth. Ruben Patterson hounding Nowitzki. Good job.
And you know what's a good job about that? Not fouling him. He gets to the line a lot because he gets fouled on jump shots a lot. Not that time. Short strokes. Man, those are tough shots. I mean, they can come to challenge him from way out.
Earl 3 out of 11 from the field.
Guess where they go?
To Stackhouse. Will he pass it?
Well, they went through Dirk. I thought they wanted a one-on-one. No, he usually isn't going to.
Nope. Ampere reloads.
2 of them.
Nowitzki.
Yep.
First lead. Nowitzki has 36. Patterson is fouled. Josh Howard.
And Rubin throws himself into the throat of the defense on the spin. Fortunately gets a foul because that's a tough step away shot over a 7-footer, or hook shot over a 7-footer.
Reuben Patterson has 2 coming. The Bucks 25 out of 31. Now 32. They are plus 11 from the free throw line. 16,514 watching. Jared Reiner has not seen action tonight for the Bucks. Reiner signed to a 10-day contract when the Bucks were in Oklahoma City last week. Tied at 93. Rubin has 20. 50.1 second remaining. Full time out here at the Bradley Center. These two teams going to the wire again. We'll be back.
For an inside look at the Badgers, watch the Badger Sports Report.
Tonight on the best damn sports show, period. Cowboys QB Tony Romo. Can he keep peace between T.O. and Wade Phillips? Plus Jalen Rose, how he plans to keep the Suns from setting without Steve Nash. Tonight at 12:30.
After the All-Star break, the Bucks' next home game comes up Tuesday. Detroit will be at the Bradley Center, and you can join the Bucks by calling 1-800-4NBA-TIX or logging on at Bucks.com. 7 o'clock on Tuesday, the Bucks and the Pistons. Tied at 93. 50.1 seconds left. 16,514 in the house tonight. Dallas has 2 20s. The Bucks have 1 full timeout and a foul to give.
Now, Jim, let me state the obvious also. You really want to dig in and get a defensive stop, so you get an opportunity to play from the front here as we get into the short strokes, which is where we are. You want to get into a situation where you obviously have them play the chase and foul game.
Dallas ball, Jason Terry.
It'll be with Nowitzki and either a screen or a clear out.
Rubin fights through. Terry had trouble most of the night hitting shots. He has 11, and Dallas leads 95-93.
Now, this is basic, sound, simple basketball. I love it, but if you execute properly and you got players that can do it, it's simple. Screen. Now, see, that was a screen after a screen. Dirk gets the first, comes out and gets it. Terry comes over, screens for him, and he pops because he's a good shooter, because everybody's concerned with Nowitzki. So they give it to Dirk in that case, let a guard screen for him, and let their great player do whatever he has to do if he can score or kick.
The Bucks outscored, obviously, by 13 in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee led by 11 after 3, by 13 at the half, and by 8 points after 1 period tonight. Coming up immediately after the conclusion of the game on FSN North Live, presented by Piggly Wiggly, we'll hear from Coach Stotts and, of course, have the post-game analysis for you. Glad to have you along tonight on FSN North.
And if the Bucks do not score here, they will have to play the chase and foul game. If they score, then they need a defensive stop, and you'll have Dallas be able to run the clock out and take the last shot for an end or an overtime. Unless somebody turns it over or something happens.
Well, the Bucks won in double overtime last season. 113-111 on this court with the Mavericks. That man ended the game with a defensive gem. 34.9 remaining. Bogut has played well again tonight. 16 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists. Charlie Bell, who shakes Buckner, can't hit the shot. Nowitzki with the rebound, and Dallas looked like they were calling for a timeout, but Nowitzki was fouled by Bell. .2 remaining.
Yeah, Bucks had a foul to give, which in this situation hurts them because, you know, they'll run another second or two off on the catch and foul.
And here is the 22nd timeout that Avery Johnson appeared to have wanted.
Jim, let's go back. I mean, I have no idea, what plays they're calling or drawing up in there. I'm not in the huddle. But it looked like they called a clear out for Rubin on Dirk, and I don't know if they wanted something else or a pass. You can't make an assumption that the play you see run by players is always the play that's diagrammed, believe me. But it looks like they set up to go to Rubin on a clear out just to take Dirk, I think. And then he has to kick.
Well, the Bucks need a defensive stop tonight to stay in the game. Last season, they won with a defensive stop. Jason Terry, see you later. Game over. Bogut, block shot.
Well, we need them to miss free throws.
.2 remaining. Howard inbounds, and Charlie Bell fouls Jerry Stackhouse, a very good free throw shooter, 82%.
Well, they're going to make sure that the good shooters catch the ball. Charlie did the right thing too. You play for a steal in case you get lucky, but you make sure you foul at the same time as you go for the ball. If he just misses one, you got a chance to tie it. If he goes for two, the Bucks are out of timeouts. This is a problem. So if the Bucks can get up and make a quick three and then foul them, then you're within 3-point range of a tie. But the clock is not favorable.
.93. Stackhouse has 13 points. Mo Williams commits the foul, a loose ball foul, as he bangs Nowitzki.
Now, see, Dallas knew that the Bucks would want a three. They stepped it up. They stepped it up to take away the three, so there's no look. They'll settle for a two because they know with a two, there's the chase and foul, and they can stay out of range. If the Bucks get a three, then they're within three again.
Nowitzki had the big third quarter.
See how they stepped up? Mo goes to the basket, then the contact. I'll tell you what, it's too bad because this depleted, undermanned, injured Bucks team almost pulled this one out.
The broken record continues. Effort and a loss. Dirk Nowitzki, the American Family Insurance Player of the game, 38 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 dishes from a triple-double tonight. As Dallas, the last team the Bucks had not seen in the league, wins 99-93. FSN North's coverage continues. Bucks Live, presented by Piggly Wiggly, starts now.
All right, thanks very much. Craig Kashan on the floor here at the Bradley Center. A lot of disappointed fans here. Bucks were up 11 points going into the third quarter, but obviously this team ran out of gas and didn't have the same type of offensive flow as they did in the first half when Charlie Villanueva and Andrew Bogut lit up this Dallas Maverick team. But obviously with Villanueva out with that injury, that ankle injury, suffered with about a minute to go in the second quarter, tried to give it a go in the third quarter. It didn't work out for him to be on the floor for the rest of the night, and then that offense just simply got away from Andrew Bogut, only scoring 2 second-half points. So the Bucks lose this one. Again, the final is 99-93. And in just a bit, we will hear from Terry Stotts, the Bucks head coach, as the Bucks record now drops to 3-16 with their injured star out, Michael Redd. And again, folks, you think we're harping on that stat, but it's a key here is Redd is getting closer and closer to returning. Again, the target date for him comes up next Tuesday against Detroit. But first things first, Bucks have to go out to Boston tomorrow, a team that has lost 18 consecutive games, a franchise record. They'll hop on a plane and go out there and play them tomorrow night. Jim, John?
All right, thank you, Craig. Believe it or not, Dallas led for a total of 49 seconds in this game, winning 99-93.
The last 49. You know, this was an example. This is an example of the best team in the NBA because of their record. Now, we can argue, are they? But their record says they are. The best team in the NBA at full strength, coming in, knowing that confidently we can win most games when we're behind, playing against a Bucks team that's completely depleted, reeling, having problems, that was playing good, but they were able to just outlast them, out-depth them. And I'll tell you what, if Charlie Villanueva had been healthy in the second half and even provided half of what he did in the first half,
right,
the Bucks win this one, but it's another injury.
Well, good teams win these, and good teams, great teams have great players. Dirk Nowitzki, 38 points tonight, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, John.
Well, he's what you bill him as. He can do everything, and he did it tonight. Even though the Bucks played so well and he missed shots early in the game, he stays with it, and he's going to finish on you. I mean, he's a ton. He just keeps coming. That man's a 7-footer who can shoot like that and who can go to the basket.
The field goal percentages favor the Bucks, certainly in the first half and for the better part of the game. It swings around with the Mavericks ending up at 49%, Milwaukee at 41%. Dallas outscoring the Bucks by 17 points, 28-11 in the fourth quarter.
And you're right. The better teams do that. We've seen it throughout the history of the game. The better teams can play from behind, and when they're playing one of the weaker teams, which we are now as a depleted team, that's what occurs.
Well, another guy that really jump-started the Mavericks tonight, Devin George. He scored the first 9 points of the fourth quarter, his first 9 points in the game. That got them going. The Bucks were hanging tough. They dropped off their shooting in the third, but Milwaukee was still in the game heading into the fourth, and then Devin George started to take over.
But, Jim, I think in saying that, you're merely demonstrating the depth this team has. A lot of people say, well, you know, who's George? Oh, if you know the league, you know who he is. But here's a guy that was able to step up and contribute big time when they needed to kind of get a start and get it going in the fourth or in the second half.
As you take a look at the leading scorers one more time, the Bucks had 6 players score in double figures tonight, led by Ruben Patterson. Andrew Bogut had a very solid night, 16 points, 17 rebounds. He had the double-double early in the game, as I recall, with about 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Bogut got into double figures in both points and rebounds. Solid scoring. And again, you look at Villanueva's 15 and say, what if he could have contributed 5, 7, maybe 8 more points in the second half tonight with that ankle injury?
Well, it's one more offensive weapon from a team that's lost for a period of time all their offensive weapons, and Mo was under the weather as well in this one tonight. The other thing I want to note is I think that Dallas did a good job of adjusting their defense in the second half. Andrew was a a real factor or a thorn in their side at the Bucks offensive end, certainly in the first half. He continued on the glass, but in the second half they started double teaming him more. They took him out of the offense, and so you lose that and Charlie V. Your offense is quieter.
We said it would take a village to stop Dirk Nowitzki tonight. In the fourth quarter, we noticed that Terry Stotts told Andrew Bogut, "You have Nowitzki," and he was on him defensively, challenged shots, got up in his face, and then they switched off and had Ruben Patterson handle Nowitzki down the stretch. It was difficult to stop Dirk tonight.
It was, and they'll go to their two-man game where he picks and pops, and they did all the things that were so key at the end. But remember this, even against a guy like Andrew, who's 7 feet also, a lot of those guys are more cautious to come out because Dirk can put it on the floor. But he's got that raise up and fade away at 7 feet, and he releases up here, not down here. Tough to defend him even for a big man unless you're really mobile and long.
You talk about Andrew Bogut falling off his shot. Nowitzki steps back with his shot, but there's a big difference.
Yeah, Andrew leans back on his and steps to the side also. That's pulling away from your shot. You really want to step in. Dirk's one of those guys that can fade back from outside and do it very, very well.
Well, we're going to step aside as Dirk Nowitzki steps back on his way to 38 points tonight. Piggly Wiggly presents Bucks Live. It continues next on FSN North from the Bradley Center.